Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new video. And today we will be testing out the Dog Guard's Ultimate 3-in-1 No Pull Leash. Although on their site they just have it labeled as a no pull leash. Say hi girl. She likes to be kind of off leash in the backyard, so when we take her out, she stays by us. But this guy right here, Romeo, our newest foster, he is a flight risk. And he doesn't know any doggy manners on the leash. Hold on, let me zoom out. He doesn't know any doggy manners. No, you don't, Romeo. He is such a sweetheart. But, okay, on to the product. Dog Guard's Ultimate 3-in-1 Leash. Now, yours will not come with this. I added it because he is a flight risk, and I wanted to clip. And instead of using two leashes, I wanted to clip, I wanted something to clip onto his collar also. Because he chokes himself when we walk. So, yeah. But when I first bought it, it was all wrapped up. And this part was up here. Now you can use this 3 separate ways. You can just loop this, this part around the dog's neck and slide this down. You could put it over the dog's face when you loop it into a figure 8 pattern to create a head halter. Or, my favorite, which I'll be showing off today since they're too tiny to use the head halter version, the Ultimate No Pull Harness, which you basically just loop this under your dog's body, bring it up to his shoulders, take this, bring it up to his chest, twist it, loop it over his head, and then loop this part underneath it. These parts are supposed to sit on the parts closest to his shoulder so that when he pulls, it makes his arm move upward. And Angel's just sitting out there with Grant, our neighbor's dog. He's a Russian sheepdog. He is huge. And speaking of huge things, I was able to control maybe an 80 to 100 pound dog with one of these. His name was Devin, and he was such a sweetheart, although he was a puller. And I had to coax him up the stairs when I was taking him to an adoption event. I was holding him for his handler because they needed someone to hold the dogs while they were unloading them. Hold on. Angel! Where you going, good girl? Silly girl. What is it with you and going into the neighbor's yard? I see you, girl. You get your bun back onto our yard. 90% of the times in situations like these, she's in the neighbor's yard. Come on, silly girl. Time for a walk. Yes, good girl. Romeo is on a tryout because he's a flight risk. Stop chewing on the leash. Romeo and Angel are both Chihuahua mixes. Romeo is about 12 pounds, and she's around 9-10. Alright. Come on, girlie. little demonstration. Hold on, let me set you down real quick. Angel. Angel, Angel, Angel. Come here. Really? Angel! What is up with you today? Don't worry about her in the yard. Because one time I took her out to go potty and there was a rabbit in the yard. But it was kind of dark out, so I couldn't see. And she chased after the rabbit. I called her name and she stopped dead in her tracks. I called her name again and she came right up to me like, "Hi Mama, how you doing? Wanna play a game?" Angel! No. Angel, come here. I also used hold on, girlie. There we go. Come here. I have her tied to my waist. Come on. And I'm gonna put the harness on. Angel, stop looping yourself under the leash. Because I'm thinking about going into the market of doggy educational videos on YouTube. But they are both Chihuahua mixes. And the one I have here is a large, meant for large breed dogs. From 80 to like 100 pounds. Alright. I need to prop you up. Romeo, come here. Romeo. Come on. Over your dog. Like this, under his belly. Then take it and make a figure 8. Like so. Romeo, you're not done yet. Romeo. You crazy pup. This would be easier if I had somebody holding the camera. Romeo. Alright, this is still good. Loop it over him. Make sure his paws go on the other side. Ah! No! No, Romeo! Romeo! See? Now I could just slide it down under the neck if I wanted to. Romeo! Angel, don't you dare chew on this leash! Okay, so on the other side, then you put your hand, you loop it into a figure 8. Oh, good boy, Romeo! And now next, you slide this slidey part right here where my hand is on, over, over, and you loop it through. Okay? And then you would slide this down for within 3 finger lengths, which I'm gonna do now. And the strap should sit right around here. Hey, buddy. What do you want? Hold on. Angel, no play. We're going on a walk. Hold on a second. I gotta clip the. I don't want them running off, and then I'm unhooking them. Okay, needs to be a little bit tighter. But there. With a simple addition to that clip, this is now the perfect leash. Now, I'm not holding it correctly at the moment. You're supposed to put your hand through the loop. Hold on, sorry. Put your hand through the loop and hold it at the very base, like so. And then put it down at your hip. And it prevents even the largest of dogs from pulling too hard. And you can also make them go forward by looping, by going, hold on, like this. Oh, hold on. Like this. You pull forward on it. To make them stop pulling, you pull backwards. You pull backwards like this to get the dog to stop. You tug forward to pull the dog to go. Now, on larger dogs, this will be a little bit more of a fluid motion, but on smaller dogs, it is not. And my hand isn't quite at my side, so it wouldn't be as effective. But I used it on her when she was scared, because we were walking down and she heard some nail gun sounds, and that scared her, and she almost slipped out. But luckily, it was so hard for her to slip out of that. Well, Angel, you're tangling me up. This is also one thing that you do not really have to worry about. But I am wrapping all the extra cord around my fingers. Because technically you should be holding it like this. And have him beside him. She is basically absolutely going crazy and putting me at risk. Come on, Angel, let's go for a walk. Normally, because look, it's looped around me, but he is staying nice and clean at my side. I definitely recommend the addition of that little clip I added on that I showed you earlier. Because, look, I have her hooked onto me, and she's looped around me, which is very dangerous. But he is now at my side nice and clean. Now, this one I am using is specifically for larger dogs, but I have used it on her. And that clip will make it harder for him to slide out because, come on, see, like that? That's how you get him to go forward. But I personally believe this is a superior leash because A, I've actually seen it in action and it has worked with a very large, massive dog who is potentially a Great Pyrenees mix. And I've seen it work with my own dogs, even though they have been fosters, and they only. This is something that does not happen with this leash. Angel. She also becomes more emboldened to, But he is walking generally nicely, but he is still pulling a little bit. But on this, she is so wild, and she pulls so much. I prefer to use this on him, because A, it's teaching him manners, and B, I don't get tangled up by it, which is very, very important when walking the dogs, because you don't want to be tripped up and drop a leash. But if I were to give it a 5-star rating, like between 1 and 5 stars, I'd give it a 10 out of the 5 scale. because I personally like it. But the only flaw I found was that dogs can slip out of it if you don't have an extra hook right there. Romeo, if you don't have an extra little hook like I've added. I basically took like a little wire that was holding a trolley tie-out together in the package, and I kept them, and I took the longest one, and I made that extra little thing on the side, which I'm glad I thought about that. Yet again, she's wrapping me up. Angel. And look, he wants to go after a bird that's over there. Angel. With this, I'm able to keep him at my side. Dang it. I'm able to keep him at my side without much risk. But I definitely recommend you buy this. Although that loop probably should go down a little bit more. Name is German Shepherd Aussie mix. See? Good. He's being a very good boy while she is acting crazy. And she also doesn't get it looped under her, so the walk is nice and clean. And the leash is only $35, which in my opinion is a little bit of a steal, because you get 3 things. So that's like $10 for each thing, which I saw some head halters at the store go for about $20. And I know some leashes can go for about $10 or more, depending on where you look. But I also know some leashes can also go for $1. But the harness is really the best feature about this. He's walking cleanly and nicely, while she is just going crazy. So I'm very happy to support this product. In my opinion, it should be the go-to leash for any pet owner, like any dog owner. It is so worth the money, and keeps you from getting your arm hurt. And you can make a small little adjustment, because you can cut an old leash. Careful, he's still recovering from his surgery. He got spayed like 3-4 days ago, but he's doing better. But you can take your old leash, cut off the hook, sorry, I had to ache my nose, cut off the clip, and use like some wire or really strong rope to keep it in, to attach it to the new leash. Hey, careful, you're tripping them up. And there's also one thing that will not happen with the other leash. That one dog will not trip up the other. But, yeah. Well, I'm happy to give this leash a 5-star rating. Sorry, trying to... Romeo, come on. Trying to control both dogs because she's going crazy, although he is easy to control. And if it goes like this, you can easily just... Romeo. Hold on, gotta adjust it because she's tangling me up. You can easily just pull up and you'll get it back into proper position. But you gotta make sure those straps stay on those elbows. Angel! See? This is what I mean. I haven't had to yell at him once. But she is constantly putting me in danger right now. Because if she was a larger dog, she could yank me off of my feet if she places that leash well wrapped around me. See, this won't happen because you only have to use one hand to control the dog. But with the leash, but with a regular leash, you may need to use two hands to help get you untangled or control the massive dog. Good. Because it places a little bit of pressure on his knees when he pulls forward, and it causes, the joints right there, and it causes him to buckle. Now Romeo is a little bit of a leaner dog. Hold on, gotta scratch my nose again. But it still works on him. Now this product could potentially help you control a giant dog like a Great Dane, because with a tug, it causes the front feet of the dog to stop. It's basically like if someone had like a wrap around your elbows. Like if you were walking on floor and someone had a wrap around your elbows and they suddenly step like this around your elbows. It would like make the joint move in the natural position to lie down or stop, depending on how hard you tugged it. Come on. Pretty puppy. Oops, sorry. Now, if I viewed him in a little bit more, hold on. Gotta unwrap him from Angel. Now, if I viewed him in more, he's now walking nicely by my side, but she is going crazy. It can wrap me up. Sorry if it seems like I repeat myself, but it is true. She does pose a danger with all that slack. Sure, you could reel it in, but you could end up potentially accidentally choking the dog. While with this, there's not a whole lot of risk to choke the dog. This is safe. This could potentially be dangerous. So in my opinion, I would recommend just cutting the clip off of your old leash, making a small modification by adding that clip to this, and saving yourself a lot of pain. Now, I will also review this item when I have a larger dog, which I don't know when that will be. Because lately our dogs have been getting smaller and smaller. But there's the house. So, I gotta end the video. See you later, my friends. Woo, do 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 do.